Hey, what's up, you guys? This is Figures of Rise Game Vintage here, back with another video, and welcome to another installment of the Stay at Home Collection series. Man, I got a really special guest here today. Got the homie Brandon from Beyond.Cured. He's coming out of Washington, really good guy. Man, we just met, and chopped it up on Instagram, a couple of months ago, and man, he's got a lot of great, things in his collection. He's got a bunch of promo heat, man, some good band tees, but he's never shown his full collection, and we've talked about it. And man, I'm really excited to talk with him and have him show his collection. And this is going to be a two-parts video series with Brandon, starting with part one today, and then part two coming in a couple of days. Man, so it's going to be huge if it takes two parts, to kind of show off his collection. So I'm really excited to do this, man. This is Brandon from Beyond.Cured. Let's get into the video. All right, you guys, welcome back to another episode of the Stay at Home Collection series. I got a very special guest here today, man. We got Brandon from Beyond.Cured in the building. Man, thank you for coming on. Thank you for taking the time, during this time. I really appreciate it.
No problem.
Starting things off, man, why don't you kind of explain, what you do, what do you sell normally and how you got into vintage?
Yeah, so I got into vintage actually probably from my brother. Before I was kind of just I've always been into fashion, and I was into like Supreme and Kith and all these, Bape and those brands.
Mm-hmm.
I was collecting that for a while and kind of selling that on the side. And then he started showing me just like these super dope nostalgic pieces that like hit me in a different way than, a Supreme shirt. And sometimes it wasn't even like an expensive shirt. It was just like a Halo 1 shirt, and I was just like, damn, that's actually sick, you know? So I start digging in and I'm looking on eBay and I'm finding like Batman tees and Nirvana tees, just Kiss tees, just things that, resonate with me growing up, listening to that music from my dad. And I don't know, so many things hit me. I was just like, whoa, this stuff is dope. Like, I need to dig deeper. So I started just looking on Instagram and all these accounts, Heat Broker, 1980s Co., Rebound Classic, just pages that just have super dope photos. And I'm like, damn, there's so many pieces that I would never think that they would make a t-shirt for, in an adult size. And then I start to find out that the fabrics are better and just start to dig deeper basically. And so I give the credit to my brother, I would say.
Oh, for sure. And it's really cool, when you get especially, when we grow up and we start to get nostalgic about things we see. And like you said, like, I never thought there was like adult sizes for a lot of the stuff, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
I always thought there wasn't. And I was kind of the same way with a lot of stuff when I first started collecting. Like, I was a big sneakerhead myself. And so like, I completely understand when I got into like, streetwear, Supreme, all that. But the cool thing I love about vintage, and I don't know if, same thing with you, but having that kind of like, you see maybe a couple people with it, but it's not like everybody in the block has that like Supreme box or like things like that.
And there's not weekly drops that everyone is going for. Like, I have a piece that I think I might have the only one in my state. You know what I mean? Like, that's just, it holds more rarity in anything, whether it be toys, video game, t-shirt, collectible, has always been cool to me. So
for sure. And before we get started, man, I forgot to mention. So where are you from?
You could call it Seattle, but I'm in Auburn. But I'm in the Pacific Northwest, Seattle area. Where are you from? I never knew where you were from.
Yeah, I'm from Iowa, actually, like straight out of the Midwest.
Oh, wow.
Right in there. I'm in the
right
capital.
In the heart.
In the heart of the Midwest, man. So I'm right in the capital, Des Moines. So, which is funny because you guys have a Des Moines, Washington.
I have a Des Moines right up the street. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's pretty funny. But how's the thrift scene out there over in Washington? I know a couple people out there, but nothing too crazy.
No, for sure. And a big thing about me actually is I don't thrift.
Okay.
I literally, I've been to the Goodwill, here and there, but I'm not in the bins. I'm literally sniping online every single day, networking with people, looking for bundles, saving searches of just like key things I'm looking for constantly. I've been looking for Beavis and Butthead pieces lately. Like, that's been one that I'm every day, Beavis and Butthead, because just their pieces are so dope. Their graphics are just so sick. Not even that it's my favorite show, but I just love the graphics.
Oh, for sure. It's really cool to see what's out there. And yeah, Beavis and Butthead, man, I have I only have one in the collection right now, which is the Tommy Pull My Finger, and like
I need that one.
it's
Need
so
that
sick.
one.
It's one of my
Yeah.
favorites, and I ended up getting it for a good price. It's at I mean obviously like and we'll get into it in a second, but like, are you looking for the steals? Do you mind paying like sometimes market, or is it more like you're only looking to snatch some of the good deals?
I would say it's a good mix of all three. Of course,
Yeah,
everyone loves a steal. But I feel like nowadays those barely come around when you're sniping. Like
yeah,
everyone's a hunter. How easy is it to look up a completed sale on eBay, be like, I know what I have.
yeah,
But there's those shirts that haven't sold on eBay. Person doesn't know what they have, doesn't know what a Fruit of the Looms '90s tag looks like, and
yeah.
sometimes you do find those. Like, I'll show some steals today that you'll be like, "What? You got that for how much?" And I only did it. I've only been doing this for a year, so it's not like I got a steal when the market wasn't where it's at
Yeah.
now.
This is
So
like the mark. Okay, that's cool too, because
yeah,
there's shirts in people's collections that have been doing it for a while, and it's like, oh well, it's a steal then, but like it's more impressive if you're finding steals now. It's like
right,
it's hard to find some, man. It's really tough, but
for sure.
um, I'm
I'm
really
willing
excited.
always. I'm always willing to pay up if it's something I need. If
No, for
that
sure,
if
you
it's
got
something
to.
I'm like, and I respect that. Everyone's trying to eat, so it's like, if you have something that I'm dying for and we can make a deal, I'm willing to pay up a little bit.
For sure, you got to, and especially if it's something you've been looking for, or just at the moment, kind of those kind of grails. But yeah, man, I'm excited to have you on. I'm really
For
excited
sure.
to do this. So starting things off, man, let's get into the collection.
All right. I'm gonna start just with my personals, I guess, and then we can go into more like stash pieces.
Yeah.
Uh, First one is actually my favorite Batman tee.
Oh,
It's a movie promo. I know you guys have seen this one. This is with Jim Carrey as the Riddler.
yeah.
Tommy Lee Jones as Two-Face. No back hit, but just a sick graphic. One of my favorite. I'm a big movie promo guy, so this one's one of my favorites.
It's a decent movie, but I mean, it's just such nostalgic because like they had every single villain in it, and they had so many like high profile actors in that movie. It's really
Exactly.
great.
Yeah, and I just movie promos that aren't just spell outs. Just I always like the realistic, like the photos.
Yeah,
Those ones just hit so much harder for me.
for sure.
Next piece. Love this piece because it has a great fade on it. It is a Marvel piece. Got some of my favorite characters on it: Gambit, Wolverine, Cyclops,
Nice.
Storm, Magneto on the back. So it's one of my favorite ones. I don't have that many Marvel pieces because you know that
They
people would just
shot
tax
him.
on
Like,
them.
jeez. I don't know
Yeah,
what happened. I feel like it never was like that until like maybe last year or the year before, and they just like I
right.
mean $200, $300 pieces now. It's crazy.
And like I talk to people, I ask them because I've always, I appreciate anybody that gives me knowledge. Um, so it's like I've asked some of the bigger Marvel heads, I'm like, how much were these pieces like a year or two ago? They're like $75, $100
Yeah.
for like big print, like all over print, like just crazy ones, and now they're 3, 4, 5,
Dude,
6 a
it's wild.
rack.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wild. I guess we'll stick to Marvel in the next one. I actually got this in a trade from Vintage New School. I don't know if you know who that is, but this is a Mega Print Silver Surfer.
Nice.
And all my sizes, I try to go for extra large.
Okay.
Like a 20, 23, 29 is ideal.
That's the perfect measurement right there.
Yeah.
Nice.
And that's another thing when it comes to the shirts. I'll get a Grail sometimes in. If I throw it on and it just doesn't fit me right,
Mm-hmm.
it it I just can't hang on to it. Eventually, I'm
Yeah.
just gonna have to sell it. Fit is more important, I think. Nostalgia and fit are like right here, neck and neck.
No, for sure. Because if you're not having the good fit, I mean, like, then what's the point of? Do you
It's just
stretch your
wall art.
t-shirts? Do you stretch your t-shirts at all, or?
Yes, and actually, I got it. The technique. I didn't know how to do it. RS Vintage taught me. He just said to shower with it on. I
Dude,
don't know if you.
no, I have a homie who does that here in
Right,
Iowa, and like we made fun of him so much, but I actually tried it and it worked. And now I'm like, I can't talk anything about him.
right. I start pulling it down my arms, around my stomach. I'm like, it comes out. It fits perfect. Hangs perfect. So yeah, that's huge. Next one here, we'll go back to the movie promos. This one it's one of the most I've paid on a tee. This is actually a British promo for Men in Black 1,
Wow.
97. It's got like the British tag. I don't know if you can see it.
Okay.
It's got like a British sleeve hit. So this one's pretty dope. I have seen the US version too, but man, such a banger.
Dude, such a classic movie. I mean, of course, and it's
Yeah.
hard to find those T-shirts, and that's with the movie promos, and it's really hard to find those like banger promo tees. I would say. What do you think?
Yeah, like it's hard for people just aren't letting them go, and if they do it, they're getting their money's worth. No one's
Yeah, for
finding
sure.
steals on those ones.
No.
Next one is a Batman piece. I think this is one of the best Batman pieces I've ever seen. It's a Batman and Robin, but the back hit's what really gets it. Show you the back hit. Mr.
Oh,
Freeze.
the threes, nice.
Yeah. Mr. Arnold. So yeah, it's on a champ tag. Nice extra large. So
Nice.
one of my favorite ones there. What do you like more, black shirts or white shirts?
I think for me, like, and just looking at my collection, is mostly black tees.
Right?
Um, but I think it's just in my fashion sense, like what I wear the most. But it's cool when I do get those, like the Tommy Pull My Finger, that's on a white tee, like random colored tees. Like I don't know, I find them fascinating, but like no, I think I'm wearing more black tees a lot.
For sure. Yeah, I'm the same.
But man,
I'm definitely the same. Black shirt, just because I'll get like a dead stock white one, and I'm so cautious to wear it because I don't want to start yellowing the neck, and it
yeah,
just looks so nice all white. Like it's tough. It's like breaking in a pair of brand new white shoes. It's like
no, for sure.
it's the right moment. This next one I got actually yesterday. It's a '96
Oh,
Pac-Man
nice.
tee, single stitch. It's on a soft tee tag. I don't know if I
Wow.
can get that in there.
I don't think I've
Really
ever
good
seen like
fade.
older Pac-Man. That's sick.
Yeah, little back hit. Yeah, it just has a perfect fade. Wish it was a little bit longer. It's like a 27 and a half. Like,
Okay.
but yeah, sick piece. Video game tees are on the rise as well. All the Nintendo stuff has just been
Shooting up,
crazy.
yeah.
Next one's actually super sentimental piece. Um, got the Kobe.
Oh,
I haven't seen this one yet. Besides this
no.
one, I'm still looking for it. So I want to double up, and then the back hit.
Right on the back, yeah.
Yeah, it's not
That's
single
tough too.
stitched, but what were you saying?
I said that's tough too because it's I so I had a Kobe piece. I had a champion. It was a reversible. It was an 8 Kobe reversed into a KG 21. And
Ooh,
a couple of years ago, I sold it to my homie that I run a store with, and he he has it, and like I'm happy it stayed in the family. But like now I can't find like any Kobe pieces because like especially I'm a double X or a big XL, so like it's tough to
yeah,
find, and they
it's
all
that's a
shot
tough.
up to like 75, 100, like it's
Have you
pretty
seen
wild.
the 2000s Rap T one?
Yeah, yeah, that one's
Man, that's the one I want. But yeah, that one's tough to find. This one I actually wore yesterday for May 4th. So it's got just
nice.
a small Star Wars hit on the front, but this is the Leia
Yeah.
Jabba. I have seen the other version, which is more sought after, with Leia on the front, and then
Hmm.
crumbs on the back, like glowing. But
Yeah.
this one's pretty dope. I paid up on this one because no one sells them. Like that one's like one of the harder Star Wars pieces. Star Wars is one of like one of my sets. Um, I'd say my main things that I try to collect are Kiss pieces,
Okay.
Star Wars. Um, yeah, that's actually probably it. And Disney, I guess. Those are my three like main focuses.
Nice.
This is another video game tee. This is a Mortal Kombat, the original,
Nice.
on a Screen Stars tag. I actually got this in a mystery box. My first
Wow.
mystery box I ever bought, bro. I was shook.
I was gonna say I don't know, like just opening it up, dude. I don't even know what I would do. Mortal Kombat tees are so hard to come, especially in bigger sizes.
Yeah, so the box was so I thought it was a $200 box from Rewind Beyond.ie. He's a bigger
Okay.
page. He's the homie.
Yeah.
Um, and this was the first shirt on top. I was like, what? And I didn't even know what it was worth. Like this is I was brand new in the game. I just was
Yeah.
like, single stitch, motor combat, screens, like everything was just like, oh man, that was a piece. Really like that one. We'll keep it with the black tees, I guess. We'll go to the closet. Next one. Another video game tee. Is the light too bright on it?
Yeah,
Still good?
it's good. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, go back a little bit. There you go.
It's the Tekken
Ooh.
4 promo. Almost dead stock. I wore it a couple times. I think I got it dead stock. Can't remember. But man, Tekken, I have Tekken over Mortal Kombat for me overall.
Oh,
I
okay.
know some people
I was
might
just gonna
hate
ask
me for
that.
that.
I was just gonna ask you that. What's the go-to fighting game for you? I know it's like Street Fighter, Tekken, or
Yeah,
Mortal Kombat for a lot of people.
for sure. Tekken and then Mortal Kombat. My brother actually has one of those mini arcade systems. Have
Okay.
you seen those? They have the Mortal
Yeah.
Kombat one downstairs. We'll get after that sometimes. Next one is my only Harley tee in my collection. So I've had a lot of Harley tees, like just throughout. But I feel like they're so, I don't know, the 2000s ones look so similar to like the 80s. This is like an 86. So it's
Yeah.
hard to like want to keep an 80s one. I don't know. That the Harley tees, I think they should be worth more than they are, in
No,
my
and
opinion.
that's true. It was like because some of the graphics we just had on the homie Lucky Devil Vintage, and he's big into like the Americana and all that kind of stuff, and like a lot of 3D emblems, like the prices aren't like wild, and normal Harley tees aren't too crazy either. So I
Yeah.
think that's an underrated collection for people, like Harley tees and stuff.
Yeah, because it's like I've seen a year 2001 sell for 30 and then an 86 sell for 45. It's
Yeah.
like, give them some credit. I think those 80s tees need some more respect.
Right.
Uh, Next one is probably my top three Kiss piece. Personally,
Oh,
love this one. My dad used to wear this around the house all the time, and Kiss is his favorite band. So all I was listening to was Kiss growing up.
nice.
No doubt. Yeah, that was pretty dope. It's at the picnic table. I have, I
Have you
have
been
probably
able to
more.
see Kiss in concert before?
One time, I sat
One
third
time?
row. Yeah, I sat third row with my dad, and Gene Simmons was playing, just like jamming out, and he just throws his guitar pick. It's flying, swooped it. It's not like
Nice.
super crazy, but like for me, I think I was like 14, 15. That
It's
was
a good
pretty
moment,
awesome.
though. Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
big moment. Um, Next piece is Zeppelin. So I've had a few Zeppelin pieces, but I'm super picky on band tees. So this one was the only Zeppelin that I've kept out of all the other ones that I've sold. The Wizard
Nice.
one,
Yeah, I love that one.
super thin, paper thin, nice and airy on the summer days. Uh, yeah, super sick. I actually got this for a good deal. I think band tees are starting to just drop in value. Like I think movie tees and these anime and video game tees are just taking over.
Which is crazy because like originally the band tees were the ones like I've been into promo tees, wrestling tees my main collection, but like I like promo tees here and there. And it was funny because like 2 years ago it wasn't really a big market, and then everything
Yeah,
just started moving up. So like I regret some of the tees I sold for sure.
big
That probably
time.
would go for a lot more now, but it's really cool to see though because everyone's always been in the band tees, so it's cool to see people in like a different collection now.
No, for sure. And, and everything has waves. I mean, fashion in general just has waves. Hype
For
and
sure.
shoes. Yeezys, one year were just skyrocketing, then the next year they're
Yeah.
dropping, and the next year they're skyrocketing. So
Yeah.
that's just how it goes. Next one is probably maybe my most valuable T-shirt. I don't know. I've never seen it before, so I guess I value it higher than probably
Oh,
anything else I have. It's a Prince bootleg. So sick. The fade's
wow.
perfect, and then the back hit.
With the symbol. That's crazy. Jeez.
The fit on this is perfect. It's like a 23 and a half, 29.
Nice.
Super nice. I
Yeah,
actually
I
got
don't
this
think I've ever seen it
from my
before.
brother. Yeah,
Nice.
my brother got this from Bakersfield Vintage. Paid quite a bit. The owner didn't even want to sell it. He was
Wow.
like, man, he's like, that's just been like a display piece. So
Yeah.
my brother came right, and then ended up trading it to me for a lot of stuff. I gave up a lot. I gave up my casting crew, that '70s show tee autograph.
Oh, the one that you posted a couple of days ago. I was gonna talk to you about that. Yeah, that one's
Yeah,
wild.
that was one of the pieces I traded towards it.
It's worth it though.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Next one, just a Kiss piece. I'm sure quite a few people have seen this one. It's a farewell tour, dope back hit.
Nice.
And for me, I know a lot of people talk about their favorite tags, their favorite fits. I actually like All Sport quite a bit.
Wow.
I know
Okay.
it gets underrated. I know Fruit of the
It's
Loom
an
is definitely.
underrated tag for sure.
I love the way the necks fit. They're always like the right length. The XL is an XL every time.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's something about them. What's your
I like
favorite
that.
tag?
For me, man, Fruit of the Loom, but Town Champ also. A lot of wrestling tees are on, Town Champ tags, and I
Yeah,
don't know. I've always liked the fit on those. And then Fruit of the Loom, just be like a Fruit of the Loom double X for me is like just an amazing tag.
just
It's just so
money.
soft, like it can go.
Just everything. Just there's nothing's tight. Everything just like air. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's the
yeah,
best when you
it's
can
just
move your arms and
yeah.
yeah,
Feel comfortable, like while also flexing some tees. Like it's the best.
exactly. Uh, Next one's a sport tee. Big Michael Jordan hit.
Good timing right now.
Yeah, and actually, I haven't even watched the documentary yet. I'm
Oh, dude, you
saving. I'm
got
just
it.
recording it. I'm recording it, and then I'm gonna watch them all. Just fast forward the commercials.
It's actually kind of smart. Yeah, I haven't like not watched like something live in a long time, so it's been kind of good. Like
No,
having
for
to watch
sure,
all these commercials and
for
wait every
sure.
single week. I kind of missed it though.
No, it's all people talk about too. Since I showed that one, I'll show this one. This one isn't that old. It's like I want to say 2012 maybe,
Okay.
but it's just a super rare piece, and I think this one.
Wow.
Give this one 5, 10 years, it's gonna be the one. you know,
Right.
this is only released in one store in the United States in Florida.
Wow.
It's LeBron's MVP tee. So this
Dude,
was
that's
like
crazy.
$80 retail. So I'm assuming it's gonna be one of those pieces. LeBron's my favorite player. I probably would never sell it anyways, but just to have something that's you know super
You
rare
know, he's the other goat. You know what I mean? Like that's what
for
when
sure.
people think the conversation, it's LeBron and MJ. So I'm sure a lot of his pieces are gonna go up. Like there's the I don't know if you remember the puppet Nike commercials from like
Oh
'07.
yeah,
Maybe
of course.
I think like those T-shirts are gonna be like just so cool to
Yeah,
have. Like
the little cartoon version of him right there on the chest.
yeah,
Yeah, those are sick. Um, but for me, I know when people talk about the GOAT, I never watched Jordan play. I was born in
really,
'92, so it's like when that conversation comes up, I can't even like argue it because I never watched any playoff series all the way through, only highlights.
yeah,
And
yeah.
like I literally watched LeBron off the ball.
The
I'm
journey,
watching everything. Yeah, the whole
yeah,
journey, and
yeah,
off the court, I'm seeing what he's doing,
yeah,
and so it's tough for me. I have LeBron and Kobe like neck and neck
yeah.
as my goats. Next one is another Kiss tee.
Oh,
Just the
that's sick.
skeletons. Has a perfect fade. I had a dead stock one of these, and that conversation always comes up like, what do you like, dead stock or super faded? And I don't know. I like both. It's tough.
Yeah.
Some pieces I like looking at dead stock and just like with tags, and you don't want to wear it ever. And other pieces that are just beat and worn in, just there's something about them.
Oh, for sure. I feel like it depends on the graphic a lot too, and also the fit too. Like if I have a faded T-shirt, that's like my perfect fit. I'd rather have it faded because it's just the feeling. You know what I mean? Because the fibers break down, and it's just kind
hmm
of
It's
there's a
lighter on your
lot to a
body.
T-shirt. Yeah.
Yeah, it flows more. Next one's another Namco. This one's Tekken 5 promo.
Nice.
I got this actually from 1980 something. and has the little Game Crazy hit on the sleeve. I don't know if you ever had Game Crazies out there.
No, I don't think I've seen any, but no, that's and then you see a lot of the Tekken threes, but I've probably never really seen the fours or the fives a lot. Like it's cool to see those pieces.
Yeah, and you would think those would be more common. I see the threes actually more than, like you said, the fours and the fives too.
Yeah.
Next one is a movie tee. Again, not too old. I think '08.
Oh,
But man, just top 10
jeez.
favorite movie for me.
All
Like
time, yeah.
all time.
Such a
Like I
good
got
movie.
it's like Rounders, Fight Club, Goodfellas, Dark Knight. I don't know. That's 4 of my 5 right there.
Yeah.
I'd have to think about the rest, but oh man, just
His
such a great movie.
performance, it's just such a good, and then that whole trilogy's good, but of course the Dark Knight's still like the most memorable one. Like
For sure.
I think that is the next thing though. Like those that era of promo tees, like maybe because that was what 07, 08, something like that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
all those Joker pieces, especially with his unfortunate passing, like I think it's just gonna be like just skyrocket up.
Those are the ones. Like I even look at like the Bourne series. Like
Yeah.
those tees are just with big Jason Bourne prints. Like I think those are so sick, and they're like 30 to $50 right now. Like go
Are
grab
you
them. Like
working on that? Are you copying a lot of
I
tees that
have.
you think?
Yep. You're already thinking it. I have a whole like a set of just Y2K movie tees to show like that are just
Nice.
dope. Italian.
Yeah.
Like you'll see. This is a Fight Club long sleeve. Pretty sick.
Nice.
Has the back hit. It says, "If you don't know, don't ask." Pretty sick. This is a little big on me. It's a 2X. So it's pretty sloppy on me. So might
Yeah.
have to shrink it. I might get rid of it eventually, but super good banger.
Nice.
What we got next? All right. Next one is Eminem on an all sport. And the other thing I like about all sports too is that they go up single stitch sometimes all the way up to like '04,
Yeah.
'03. Their shirts, yeah, it's pretty crazy. Kind of like liquid blue too, similar.
It's so sick. Are you a big Eminem fan, or like I know you mentioned like some rock, but what do you listen to rap wise?
Yeah, definitely Eminem's. I'd say top 10 rapper all time for me, if not top 5. Um, but right now, what I'm listening to is Travis Scott, Kendrick, J. Cole.
Yeah.
Yeah, every once in a while I listen to like the '90s rap, but I've been listening to the new stuff for the most part. A lot of the times I'm listening to like Audio Slave and Sublime and Red Hot Chili Peppers, stuff like that.
Definitely.
This next piece, I've had this one twice, but I have only seen one other person with it. It's a 1989 Indiana Jones
Wow.
all over print. Super dope.
That's
It's on
so
a Disney
crazy.
tag. Yeah. Disney tag. Yeah. Super sick. I'm not even like the biggest Indiana Jones fan, but I love Disneyland, and that was one of my favorite rides, so I had to get that one.
Sometimes it's just the graphics, you know what I mean? Like, and the
Exactly.
ride. So,
Yeah, exactly. We'll stick to the all over prints. I think this might be the most underrated shirt in the game. Like
so
I've
crazy.
I've had I think 4 of these, and I got them all for like around 100. Like, and I
Wow.
just don't get why they're that cheap. It's a Kiss all over print. I think it was done by Todd McFarlane.
I was just gonna, yeah, it kind of does look like that, like his artwork. That's crazy.
I think his name's on here somewhere. I'm not sure, but yeah, I just
Somewhere in
love
the
this
all
one.
over print.
Yeah, love this piece. So if you ever see these, tag me in them because I'm trying to stack up on those. All right, this next one is I've gotten so many DMs for this piece. I just can't let it go.
Wow.
With Disneyland, all over print, the fireworks show.
Fireworks up there. That's crazy.
Yeah, the colors are just perfect, extra large. I think this is a one size fit all. Yeah, it's one of those one size fit all pieces.
Have you been to Disneyland a lot? Like, does that have some memories for you from the past, or?
For sure. I think I've been probably like 7 or 8 times. But yeah, It was it was super. It's always fun as a kid, but to go back as an adult and like have some beers and
Yeah.
just it's a whole different experience, but it's still dope. It'll never get old. All right, next one, Star Wars. This is actually a gift from my girlfriend. She got this for
Nice.
me when she was thrifting in Cali. Actually, she thrifted this. I was in shock.
Dang.
Yeah, super clean, all over print. Vader. It's on a Delta tag. I haven't even wore it since she's got it. Just it's just so clean. I don't want to ruin it.
Yeah, that's
It's
such a
just
great. It's funny too, because like my girl's thrifted. Like sometimes I drag her along with me to the thrift stores and stuff, and sometimes
right.
she's pulled like a better piece that day than me. Like some of my favorite tees I've like pulled like or whatever. Like sometimes it was on the same day. Then she grabbed like I don't know, like a Blair Witch Project T-shirt she found. Like
Hmm.
just like literally like at the thrifts. I was over here, she was over there, and I'm just like sometimes just bringing somebody with you, man. You never know.
And does she know like the tags? Does she know right away? It's like this is a banger.
No, literally, like
Oh,
the funny part about that, like she's not like huge into vintage. Like me talking about it, we've been together 6 years, so like me talking about it and talking about it, she
hmm,
knows the tags now and she knows like single stitch and all the terms and stuff. But
yeah.
around that time, she just like, hey, Blair Witch Project. I was like, like it's so funny.
Grab that. All right, next one is probably my favorite Aladdin tee that I've seen.
Wow.
I've seen quite a few people with it on some of the bigger pages, but man, just every character's in there. Got Genie, got Jafar.
Yeah,
I think Abu's even in there. Yeah, that one's super sick. Perfect fade on it. The Disney
love it.
promos, yeah,
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
they're skyrocketing and they're just getting tougher and tougher to find. And if you do find them, you're usually paying up.
Yeah. Which again, it's wild because it's t-shirts that like originally weren't going for that much, and I think it's I think it partially has to do with nostalgic. Like a lot of people that were into like Aladdin, all those movies, like all those are starting to shoot up because
Mm-hmm.
people are getting to that age of like wanting those things. But then on top of that, just the graphics are so amazing too.
Just hits. It's another Kiss piece. It's actually a dope one. They don't have their face paint on. The
That's wild too.
Revenge.
You don't see one too often.
Yeah. So this one's pretty cool. What else we got? This is my no, I think I have two. I only have two MC Eschers, but this is one of the ones that I kept. I've had a few that I've sold, but it's hard for me to find ones that I want to keep. This one isn't on how do you pronounce it? Andezia? What is it? Andezia tag?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, this one isn't on that. It's on a beefy. That's why I think I kept this one.
Okay.
This has a little bit better fit. Those ones just fit kind of tight on me.
Which is funny because like beefy tees fit tight on me.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
why, man. I've never like been a big. I don't know. I'm a bigger guy, so like I think sometimes just the. It's funny because they call it BPT, but like it just never has fit. Like I think it's just the fabric. I don't know, but yeah,
It's a
that's
little
one I don't.
thicker
Yeah, so like I don't know if I don't look for it as much, but there's crazy things like there's a lot of good graphics on there too.
for sure. Another Star Wars piece. It's a good one. Little Yoda and the Star Wars head on the back.
Got like two separate meanings because you got the. Isn't that the tea that was it Dale wore in Step
Yeah,
Brothers as well?
yeah,
Yeah.
the Step Brothers one.
Like a double promotion.
Yeah, and I didn't know that until my brother told me he actually thrifted this at a shop for a stupid deal. It was like a
Yeah,
consignment shop, not like a Goodwill or anything, and they had it for
yeah.
so cheap. Crazy. This next piece is probably my favorite piece of my collection.
Okay.
So I know it might not be everybody's favorite, but I don't think I'll ever see this piece. It's
No.
all over print, Griffey, single stitch, 1991. The lightning all over.
Jeez.
Literally my
Is that
favorite shirt.
is that your baseball goat? Is it Griffey?
Oh, not even close. Yeah, Griffey all the way. I got Ichiro up there too, but being from Seattle, this is the one. And like I got this on eBay for $98, I think.
Wow.
$98. People always ask me like, "Would you sell it for 5?" I was like, "I probably wouldn't, honestly." Like, I don't know. Just like you have some of those shirts, like
That you wouldn't sell, like, can also mean a lot to you, or like sentimental shirts as well. Like,
like I want to show my kids that shirt.
yeah.
It's like it's not worth it to sell $500 to me. These next two are actually probably considered mids, I guess. But shoot, it's all good to me. Perfect fit, man. Bob Marley, just big print. I actually had this shirt in high school, which was funny to find it later on, and now it's vintage in a way.
Yeah.
This is the original one. I had the reprint in high school. This is from '98.
It's funny. I was talking to
Roll back
somebody
it.
like Bob Marley tees are on Zion tags. I don't know why. Like, that's
They
always
right.
Bob Marley tees only on Zion.
And for us, I mean, I don't know. Like when I see Zion tags, I think of Hot Topic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like they're all just sitting on Hot Topic. All the like the Dave Chappelle stuff too.
Yeah.
Next one's another movie tee. You can see it.
Pirates of the Caribbean, nice.
Yeah, Pirates, Panasonic and the fries hit, and then just the big pirate on the back. Sounds like glary.
Oh, you're good.
Okay, cool.
It'll still pick up and everything. Pirates of the Caribbean, another slept on. I mean, that's it's a good movie, man. Like the whole
It's one of those
series.
ones, like
Again,
the Harry
one of those
Potters.
Yeah.
Yep,
People sleeping, man. See, we're ahead of the curve. You got to keep it good.
You gotta be. One of my favorite movie promos. Yeah,
8 Mile.
8 Mile. Love the back hit on this one.
Oh,
like
that's
walking
nice.
down 8 Mile. It's on those M&O knits tags. A lot of the Y2K movie promos are on that tag.
It's a very slept on movie. I know people appreciate it, but I don't think as much. Like, it's a good movie, man. Like, people.
I used to memorize those rap battles, man.
Bro, the rap battles. His real name is Clarence, and Clarence.
Yeah, come on.
Clarence have a real good management. I used to say that all the time.
This guy don't want to battle. He should. Next two pieces are going to be Kurt pieces. My only two Kurts. This is a 94 single stitch, double-sided. Good memorial tee, I guess. Got this for a pretty good deal off in a bundle. Like $100.
Yeah. I love those all over memorials because you see like the normal, like just his face a lot, and like you don't see the big pieces too often.
For sure. This one's paper thin. This one's dope.
Wow.
Got like the whole group on there. You don't see too often. And then it's got the back hit. I think this is a 90. I can't tell if it says 98 or 88. I don't know. It's one of those. I just can't even tell, but I think it's a 98.
Love that though. That front graphic is. I don't think I've ever seen that one before. That's so sick.
Yeah, I've seen it on a hoodie before, and it looks super dope. I don't know if it was a reprint or just a bootleg, but
yeah,
super dope. Next two, still on the black tees. Another Kiss piece.
nice.
Back it. Kiss, man, they did their graphics right, similar to like Grateful Dead. Like,
Yeah.
not that they're the same graphics, but they just did their graphics right.
I feel like they didn't really like. I haven't seen a Kiss T-shirt where it's like a bad graphic. You know what I mean? Like most of their graphics are like, and around that time, like the live worldwide tour or whatever, like the 96, 97 up, even like still have good graphics. And even today, like they come to like in Iowa, we have the Iowa State Fair. It's like a big, it's the big thing here or whatever. And they came to the fair a few times, and like even their merch from them is still good. It's pretty interesting. Whoever's running that's killing it.
They know what they're doing. Yeah, it's a little hometown piece. The Seahawks. I think it's a 94 trench. It's on a trench tag.
Nice.
Really like the way this fits. There's a little pinstripes. Nothing too crazy, but gotta have at least one or two Seahawks pieces if you live in Seattle.
Got to have the hometown pieces. You know, it's nice to, especially like, have you been able to go to any of those games, like a Mariners game or?
Oh, Mariners, yeah, but Seahawks,
No, it does cost money. Like I've never.
dude, they're so expensive.
Probably
Like,
especially when they started winning, you know, more than
oh
everything.
yeah, they got the new stadium and they start winning, and then to sit nosebleeds, it's like $280.
Wow. Yeah,
Nosebleeds.
I'd
So it's
rather just
like
go to the bar
I
and
like
watch it or something like that.
exactly. If I need to go to the bathroom, I'm not sweating it. You know,
Yeah.
like I don't gotta go.
It's a whole
If I'm
process.
hungry, I don't gotta wait in line. So. Next piece is a long sleeve Metallica. This is the back hit. This is another piece I got off 1980 something co. Super sick. I saw you follow Never in Fashion, I'm sure you do. He did
Yeah.
something really sick to this one. But yeah, pretty dope piece. It's like a 96.
I feel like the long sleeves are so much harder to find, and I like seeing a lot of long sleeves in people's collections because you don't see them too often. You know, a lot of people, you know, obviously we're all in the short sleeves, so like the long sleeves are just a little bit rare. Like it's cool to see.
Yeah, I hear that all the time, and I'm like, are they more rare or just we just don't buy them? I don't know.
I guess that could be, yeah. That's actually a good point.
Because I hear that all the time. I'm like, are they more rare? They might be though. It might
I
be.
think it's rare because we don't buy them, so then it's like you
Yeah.
don't see them as much, so then you consider them. I guess that's a good point.
Obscure,
Really
yeah. Then they become obscure. This is another hometown piece, just the Seattle skyline.
Nice.
This is actually one of the pieces I thrifted. So, I don't thrift, but if I do thrift and see one of these, I'm grabbing it.
You see, whenever you like the kind of occasions you do go to thrift stores, do you see a lot of like Seahawks pieces and like sport kind of pieces out there?
Yeah, I mean, not all of them are usually vintage, and usually they're so small. They're these mediums and sometimes larges. Man, my neighbor's loud. All right, this next one is so sick to me. I've never seen another one. I'm sure they're out there, of course. But this is a 95 Tuscan Raider, single stitch on a changes.
Dude, that's so sick.
It just looks so sick when it's on. It fits perfect. Yeah, super dope. And what a funny character too.
Oh yeah.
I think that's it for the black tees that I have hung up, unless they're behind me, so we can go on to a different color.
For sure.
All right, next one. The brand new. Yep. And it's on that Zion tag.
There we go.
Yeah, a half-baked hitter. Actually got this recently, last week.
Nice.
I had just the one that just had Dave's face. I didn't like that one. It didn't look like him. It didn't hit me hard like this one does.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a keeper.
I've always wanted a Chappelle Show piece. I'm still looking for that.
Me too.
Me too. It's tough.
And they're going for over $100.
Yeah.
Really, really hard to find. Hard to find now. Got ourselves a dope little mullet tee here. I don't know if you can read that.
Nice.
But look at this back hit.
Oh.
So sick. Brand new. Monsters, Inc. One of my favorite Disney movies. And I like on the front hit. Gosh, I don't know if it picks it up. Dang it. It says Toy Story.
Yeah, it's picking it up. Dude, that's so sick. I like that too. Like I like promos within pro. I don't know, like I'm a sucker for it. Like when you see like earlier when you saw the Panasonic hit on the Pirates. Yeah, like just random stuff like that. I don't know why. Like I love it. Like you just it's cool.
I think people probably think we're crazy.
Yeah.
Because it says fries. It's cool. Like it is though. It is.
Dude,
I can't help
the
it.
little Toy Story hit? Like, come on.
Look at my sleeve hit, bro. My sleeve hit. All right, next one is one of my favorite tees, actually. I think it's super underrated. It says The Grinch in the front, kind of like a skate tee.
Yeah.
And then Jim Carrey on the back.
Dude, that's
super
awesome.
Dope. Yeah. The tag is
Oh, an actual wow.
Yeah. Oh wow. Phone's on. Phone's at 20% already. All right, let's see here. Next one. It's a Monday Night Football promo,
Oh, no.
and it has the Bud Light, Budweiser front. My girlfriend actually got me this one. Super
Nice.
sick.
I mean, of
Little
course,
simple
when
hitter.
it's for football, man.
Yeah, right when it comes back, I'm rocking that.
There you
This
go.
one is something that I haven't seen too often. The Stanley DeSantis MTV Real World TV show promo
Wow.
from the 90s, single stitch.
I don't know
Has
if I've ever seen a real world promo tee before. That's pretty crazy.
yeah, it has San Fran, London, New York, and LA.
Nice.
Super cool color too. It's like this blue, super
Like
sick. The
teal.
Stanley tees.
Nice.
Gotta love
Always
them.
loved. Yeah, I was just gonna say I always loved the back of the tag on Stanley's.
Yeah, and have you seen ones with different sayings?
I've only seen the one where it's like, what is it, clean your room or whatever, and that's the only
Yeah,
one I've
before
seen.
11.
Yeah.
I've actually seen 3 different sayings.
Oh, really? Or what are the 3?
Yeah, so I don't know what the other ones were, but it's just cool that it's worth to check. Like, and if you
Yeah.
do get one, you're like, dang, it might say something different this one.
It's like the. Have you seen the freeze tag before, where it says like clothing for cool people or whatever, like right on the
Yeah,
tag? Like I don't know, the simple
Freeze.
thing.
Freeze
They
makes
got
some
some good
dope
ones.
graphics. Yeah,
Oh
they
yeah.
make really, really dope graphics. This next one I got in a trade from Deadstock Luis.
Oh,
I will never sell this one. I
that's
was on
a
a
Grails,
mission.
man.
I was on a mission to get this, and the fit on it's like a 31-23. Like,
Again, the man, that's
oh
a
man,
Grails.
the
That's a Grails.
nostalgia with this one.
Dude, I saw one chopped, like the sleeves were chopped on Depop, right? And I was so close to buying, just saying, "Fuck it, I'll wear a flannel." Like
I just
I
need
was
that.
so
I need
close.
that hit. Oh man, yeah. I had that when everyone was doing their top 10 thing.
Yeah.
This was on the borderline of that 11 or that 10 spot.
Yeah.
Because man, yeah, I really love that piece. This one is one of my best snipes. I actually got this on eBay. Dead stock Foo Fighters,
Nice.
$45, and that's recently on an anvil.
People sleep on the Foo Fighters pieces, I feel like.
Foo Fighters, yeah, one of my favorite bands actually. Like, I know a lot of people won't say that, but
They make
definitely one
good
of my
music.
favorite bands.
Like,
Yeah, and it's not like too hardcore, but it's like that middle mix, kind of like Audio Slave in a way. Ooh, these next two, my only 2 gray tees. Big Soap,
nice.
Fight Club. I got this from City Dump Vintage. Hooked this up. He hooked me up with his homie, and I paid quite a bit for this, but I think it's my
One of the
favorite
favorite
Fight Club
movies
tee.
that you got to.
Yeah, I had to. I think it's my favorite Fight Club tee too that I've seen so far. I haven't seen any with like their actual faces, so I don't know if they exist. This one's a cool one for an '01 movie.
Oh wow, Ocean's
11. I got this on Etsy from a person in Malaysia. I don't think he knew what he had. Pretty good deal. I think I paid like $35.
Yeah. See, again, I like those two with the dates. Like, I don't know, like
Big
just
time.
the promos with the dates and like whatever the slogan for the movie was. Like, those are like it's crazy.
Just those little details. All right, we're on to the white tees. It looks like, but the thing is, that's just the ones that are hung. And like, this is one of the piles. Yeah, we have a lot to go. All right, let's go to the white tees.
Oh, nice.
I don't know if it's picking up the colors, but the colors on this one are just crazy. Monsters Inc. promo has the Toy Story hit on the front too.
There we go. I saw it first. Nice.
Yeah. Sick. Almost want to scoot up the camera a little bit. Next one,
Alien, nice.
Alien 3. This is actually the second or third most I've ever paid for a tee on this one. Paid quite a bit.
You're just a
It's on a
big fan of
hand.
the graphic or the movie?
The graphics
Wow.
is crazy to me. But still, I like the movie. I'm more of a fan of Predator, if I had to pick one or the other, Alien or Predator. But had to grab that for the graphic and perfect size. When I see the measurements too, it always just makes me like, ooh, I might have to grab that. Like it's gonna fit me perfect. This one's a good throwback. Little NSYNC.
The tour dates on the back, that's sick.
Yeah, sort of rap tee style, but can't afford the rap tees, so I gotta go with these. Listen to NSYNC all the time growing up. Can't even front. This one,
Oh,
my favorite Tarzan tee. Even has the apes in it. I wish I could pick up.
jeez.
Has the apes there in it. Back
Circles
hit.
on the back too.
Yeah. Got this from a local store here in Tacoma called Scorpio Vintage. Super nice
Okay.
owner. She really hooked it up. She actually DM'd me. She's like, hey, I know you're looking for Disney movie promos. Were you looking for this one? I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I need that. She's like, well, before I list it on eBay, do you want it? I was like, yes, please.
Yeah.
Like, and then we worked that out real quick.
Do you guys have a lot of vintage stores out there, or?
No, and that's actually another reason I got into vintage too. Once I saw like the market in it, is I wanted to open up a store here locally.
Mhm.
2 years down the road, I was trying to think, bigger picture,
Yeah.
start to grab these pieces and like maybe do something because I think something we need. I think it's something we're
Yeah.
missing down here. There's a few. There's only a couple that do it right though. I would say like maybe 2 stores out of the 20 that are out here. Yeah, I think it's a huge hole.
The only one I know of, and it's not. I mean, I don't even know what it is. Maybe is the Lucky Dog Vintage. I don't
Yeah,
know if
yeah,
that's like in Seattle area or I don't know where that is, but I followed them from like the start. But they're not even vintage really. They're more like sneakers, and then they have some like thrifted pieces and stuff. But I
for
know
sure.
vintage stuff. But
Yeah, and they're probably the most known out here. But yeah, they kind of got away from vintage lately. Like they're
yeah,
more into the Supreme, the Bape, which is fine. Like do your
yeah,
thing, but yeah, that's why I think it's kind of missing out here
it's sick, man. It could be you. You could do it, dude.
for sure. Next one, Seinfeld Pepsi. This is a
Nice.
shirt that before I even was buying expensive shirts, I saw on eBay, and I'm like, man, one day I gotta get that creamer. Seinfeld's one of my favorite TV shows, and yeah, I ended up getting it. I actually have
Good.
2 of them. I have one that's dead stock, stash, but
Jeez.
yeah, this one I wear quite a bit. All right. Ooh, I'm excited to show this next one. Space
Oh,
Jam.
Space Jam.
Super dope Space Jam. Back hit.
Oh, I love that back hit. That
Yeah.
big ass logo right there, damn.
Super sick. All the Looney Tunes are like they're like zapped out of their minds.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one was super dope. No tag. Not sure what blanket is, but it does fit really good. Fits super good.
I feel like you don't see the adult Space Jam, especially the bigger sizes, too often. So that's really cool.
Yeah, ones with the Monstars. I see a lot of ones with just like Taz dunking, or
Yeah,
I love the ones with Jordan, of course, but that one probably one of my favorite ones I've ever seen.
for sure.
This is another tee. It's probably the second or third most I've paid on a shirt. Excellent condition on a Power
Nice.
Pro tag. little Fear and Loathing. It is double stitched, but that doesn't bother me.
Uh, that's another good tag too. That Power Pro.
Definitely. All the Tekken 3 promos that I've had all came
Yeah.
like with the Power Pros. Not even like my favorite movie all time or anything, but just the graphic, Johnny Depp.
Graphic.
I
Yeah.
was spaced out watching that movie, and it just stuck with me. The graphics just too crazy. I don't know. That movie's something else. That movie is just something else. All right, these next two got 80s pieces, two 80s pieces. This one is so fire to me.
Wow.
To find an MJ 80s piece that fits Chew XL was super tough.
The bad. Is that like I was trying to see it on the camera. Is that like puzzle pieces that they're like?
Yeah, trying to put together MJ's face. Yeah, the lighting's kind of going away.
It's very rare to. Yeah. Well, it's like 6 o'clock over here. It's very rare to find MJ pieces that like are not very small, like you said. Like it's very rare. You can't find.
Took me forever.
Yeah.
And like before, I was buying T-shirts. I didn't really know. I was still young in the game. If it said XL, I'm assuming it's XL.
Yeah.
Then I get the shirt, and I'm like, oh my god, this is a
You
medium.
got a lot of large. Yeah, I was gonna say you probably got a lot of larges and mediums and
Yeah,
people.
so I took.
For sure.
Yeah, I took a lot of losses. But it happens. There's a learning curve.
No, exactly.
This one is one of my favorite tees. I actually got this on the virtual flea. It's an 87 Watchman.
Wow.
Gosh, wish the camera could pick it up. Yeah, super sick. Rorschach on there. Dr. Manhattan. Brand new, never worn too. Dude hooked it up on the virtual flea.
Virtual fleet's been really cool. I'm paying attention to just watching it and stuff. I think it's a really cool idea, especially like to see some of these people all together and just go back and forth, and a lot of good pieces to sell too.
I think it's one of the smartest ideas that I've seen in the vintage. Like it was a big step, big step. The reason I got that one is because I have this one. It's like a size small.
Yeah.
So I've been on the hunt for an extra large for a while. Yeah, this is like a baby size. So yeah, I was super blessed. That guy sold me that because everyone was DMing him. Like the chat was going crazy. Watchman T. And he happened to respond to my DM and scooped it. This one is super sick. So this is like a snack tee and a game tee at the same time. It's a Shasta. I don't know if you ever had Shasta.
Yeah, we got Shasta out here. It's the
Mario, Luigi. I might need to fix my lighting for the next vids, but man, yeah, this one's crazy. Brand new, never worn, on a Hanes Beefy single stitch.
Yeah, and hard to find those Mario tees a lot. I know there's some homies that get a lot, but I don't see too often. You know, bigger sizes you don't see, and it's a cool combination. Like it's always like those games like Sonic and Mario, like the Sonic pieces with the Keebler elves. Like it always seems like it's paired with something.
That one's so sick. Yeah, that one is so sick. One of my Beavis tees, my personal, the Oliver print where they're just rocking out the concert. This one's got a lot of distressing to it in the neck. Got some pinholes in the bottom, but I think it just adds. Some shirts just look better distressed. Some don't, but some just look so much better distressing.
No, for sure.
Yeah, that's a good one. It's on a Fruit of the Loom. Next one. A little Sublime.
Nice.
Back hit.
Ooh.
Yeah, super sick.
That's so sick.
Another Hanes Beefy tee. And Sublime shirts. That's one band I wish that they executed their graphics better. It's
Yeah.
definitely one of my favorite bands, but all their shirts are just kind of meh, you know?
Yeah. It's like usually just the cover or like just the word Sublime, or like it's never like, yeah, like crazy, like wild things or something.
Yeah, like they have their Sun, like of course that original, but it's hard to find the original one of that. I always see the reprints.
Yeah.
It's that Tekken 3. I've had so many of these, like, because
They
this was a
popped up.
Grail. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, no, yeah, you're right. Like they popped up out of nowhere, a bunch of them, just left and right. Depop, Macari, eBay, Instagram. So this was a Grail for me. So I was just grabbing them left and right. I think I had like 4 at one point. Um, this one I got in actually a raffle from Heat Broker, $8,
Damn.
$8, man, one slot.
Are
So
you
I had to
entering a
keep
lot
this
of
one.
raffles now? I know you do actually a lot of raffles as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, talk to me about that because I've always been curious. I know there's like you, Heat Broker. There's a lot of good pages that When did the kind of your raffles and like doing those kind of start?
It started pretty early on when I made my page. Definitely got the influence from some of those bigger guys, like you were saying. But I wanted to do mine at like the cheapest rate. I was, try to do them at the best price as possible because I just like seeing people win for $6 to get a dope tee.
Yeah,
Like I just thought
yeah,
that's so dope because, like you were saying, if I enter raffles, I've spent 600 in the last month entering
yeah,
raffles. So it's like
yeah,
I run a lot of them, but I support people doing them. So it's like it's a recycle thing, and I think that's dope. Like the people that are just running them and not entering, I don't know, I think that's kind of weak. But I get it if it's not your thing.
yeah.
But I've always liked gambling, so
Yeah,
shoot,
exactly.
can't go
I
to the
always, whenever I
casino.
tell people, yeah, man. Whenever I tell people, I was like, basically gambling. And I was like, it's just at home gambling. So I'm like, if I could spend
Yeah,
$6 and win like $100 T-shirt, like why not? Like I was gonna go get
it
like
makes
a
my week.
burger. Yeah,
Exactly. Do I want to buy a 12 pack, a Bud Light, or I want to enter this raffle? So,
exactly.
these next two are really good ones. Got a Nintendo 64 promo on a
Nice.
Power Pro, single stitch, really good condition, close to mint. I've never wore
Jeez.
it yet, but yeah, super sick.
Hopefully
Actually,
they
I'm
come
trying to
out.
trade this one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm trying to trade it for like a Dumb and Dumber movie tee or Goodfellas, something crazy. Shoot,
I'm sure
ten
someone.
percent.
I'm sure someone would be down for sure.
Yeah, I know this one will always be a hitter for sure. Another Pepsi all over print. Your boy Shaq sipping that soda.
Nice.
Back hit. I rarely see these, and when I do, they go pretty quick. They're one of the
You really
sought
don't
after
see them
pieces.
spotted. Yeah.
Another piece right here that I got off Heat Broker. I was so happy. This was like when I was early on, and he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna let go a personal piece today, guys. Put it in his story or something." So I'm
Hmm.
waiting. I have his notifications on alert, right? You post it, I DM right away. It was $85 for this, and I've been offered like 260.
Oh,
Just a big Toy Story spell out, no characters on it, so it's a little bit more like mature looking.
yeah.
Man, just
Jeez. With that Walt Disney home video.
on a Hanes heavyweight, single stitch, like
Jeez.
perfect fit. So he definitely blessed me on this one. Not selling it, so don't think I'm trying to flip it anybody because I've been asked
Yeah.
so many times. It's my favorite Toy Story. I have like 3 Toy Stories, but that one definitely
No,
my favorite.
that one's sick.
We'll show 2 more, and I think we'll
Okay.
just run it. Snack tea. The juice is loose.
What the?
This one's crazy to me. Like,
That's so wild.
there's so many snack teas out there, but this is one that just is
Yeah.
different. Then the back hit,
Oh,
Starburst on there. Yeah,
That's
super
sick.
sick.
I've never the Starburst promo. Like I really like the and I've noticed that with like some of your t-shirts you posted, like the snack tees. Like that's a really cool collection that you don't see too often.
Yeah, and like, of course, I got the inspiration from Heat Broker because I didn't even know these shirts existed. Like we were talking about
Right?
earlier, like I didn't know there was a 1990 Starburst tee, and I remember this commercial where they're like flooded and they're drowning, but they're still chilling because they're chewing on Starburst. They don't even care. So it's just funny to find shirts that you would not even think.
Yeah.
This one's pretty dope. Another NSYNC one, but just
Nice.
their outfits. Their outfits are what got me on this. Like they got like some Nike jerseys and polo button ups and the bleach blonde tips, and
Just
it's
all
just
circled
funny.
together, just chilling and
Yeah,
sitting.
classic. Nothing on the back, but
Sick.
just the colors. It kind of reminds me of like a snow globe. It's like a
No,
snow
yeah.
globe chilling on your chest.
Yeah, so we'll kind of end the first video here. This is just gonna be part one because the homie Brandon's got a bunch of heat, bunch of t-shirts. So we had to
Yeah,
do part two with you, man. First of
yeah,
all, man, thank you for coming on, and then we'll see you in the next one. But just if people are watching this video, where can they follow you? Where can they shop? Everything.
for sure. Instagram's at Beyond.Cured, just like how it sounds. So it's Beyond.Cured. And kind of the reason behind that name is the beyond part's kind of like I wanted to go above and beyond, like customer service wise and my response time beyond like the average like thrifter. I'm not trying to find like sports stuff and Looney Tune like stuff that's so common. I'm really trying to grab those cured pieces. That's where the cured part comes in, and like the cured's like cured like your soul is like you're cured, like you're always like a good person and you want to keep your family healthy and the people around you healthy. So that's kind of the inspiration behind my name, if people are ever wondering. So yeah, Beyond.Cured. And then I have a Depop link on there. I do post on there sometimes, but usually I do story sales every weekend. And then I try to do at least one raffle daily.
Sure,
So
man. Go
yeah,
check them out. Appreciate you for coming on this part one.
part
We'll see
one
you soon for part two, man.
for sure.
All right, you guys, I want to thank Brandon from Beyond.Cured for coming on. And again, this is just part one of his video, and man, just crazy amounts of promo tees. If you guys know me, I'm really into wrestling tees and promo tees, so to see some of the things he had, I mean, that's just Grails on Grails. And when he said he had a lot of t-shirts, man, it was no joke. I was joking with him yesterday, and I'm like, man, because we're in a time difference, so I was recording this, kind of late last night, and literally the sun left. That's how many t-shirts this guy had. And it's all bangers too, and just stuff he's really into. And like he said, for only being a year in, it's really cool to just speak with him, and his knowledge on t-shirts is just amazing, and he really cares about it too, so it's really nice to see. And again, just shout out to Brandon, man. If you guys are interested in shopping with him, go check him out on Instagram. I'll leave the description and the link below. He also does a bunch of really amazing raffles, like he said, so go check him out. And that's going to do it, like I said, for this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And what was your guys' favorite, t-shirt out of his collection so far? Leave it in the comments below. And you can follow me on Instagram at Rise Again Vintage, and you can follow anything, Rise Again Media related at Rise Again Create, and that's on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And man, I'm loving doing these stay-at-home, collection series, and I can't wait to produce more for you guys. So that's going to do it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.